Hi there and welcome back to my channel. John here from Romania, and as you already know, I like to talk about make money online and online entrepreneur. Feel free to look around the channel and consider subscribing with the bell notification on. Use Google each day. You look for answers. You look for arrangements, you look for the sake of entertainment, and you search to blend your companion, your off base. However, did you realize that you can utilize these to bring in huge cash on the web? Truly, there's a site at base. You do simply look through Google. You can utilize it on your smartphone, you can utilize it on your PC or your laptop also. You can do it from any place on the planet. So you can do it from your home, you can do it from the seashore, you can do it while holding up in line, you can do it in your ride home, you can do it truly any place you need to, as long as you approach the web. Furthermore, on the off chance that you watch this video until the end, I will clarify you bit by bit how to do it is so you can begin bringing in cash at the present time. However, before we begin, simply make a point to drop a like in this video, leave a comment and look around the channel so you don't pass up any of the new bring in cash online technique. What's more, all things considered and done, we will begin an instructional exercise. Okay, presently as usual, I will clarify you every single step. Furthermore, I need you to track with me. So directly after this video, and you will be all set out there and gain some genuine cash. So simply give close consideration and follow the means. Also, remember this will be a super simple instructional exercise since we will utilize just like two sites. What's more, the first is simply going to be google.com. What's more, I will use the second one out of a moment. Be that as it may, most importantly, I simply need to address something. A great deal of you folks are asking me like for what good reason I'm imparting these techniques to you, like for what reason don't I simply keep them for myself and bring in cash. All things considered, right off the bat, I'm doing this to help you since I know there's many individuals out there battling to bring in cash on the web. Furthermore, besides, I as of now have my own plan of action that makes me a ton significantly more cash. What's more, when I state significantly more, I actually mean like $70,000 in 12 months or something to that effect. Also, as of not long ago, I would not like to impart this to anybody. I would not like to show this plan of action to anybody. However, at that point I simply acknowledged like, you know, the more individuals around here, the better. So I began showing ordinary individuals to do likewise. I share my plan of action with them. Furthermore, I should concede, dislike more joyful than any time in recent memory since I get the opportunity to see individuals going from broke and edgy to making hundreds case now and again, like even a huge number of dollars every day, since this is really exceptional. It's not associate promoting. It's not combined selling. It's not Shopify, it's not MLM, it's not some amazing advertiser at all. Furthermore, in the event that you need me to disclose it to you bit by bit, in the event that you need me to show you each and every progression and show you precisely how you can do likewise and show you precisely the same techniques that many understudies use to bring in large cash online, then simply don't hesitate to check the primary connection in the portrayal down beneath so we can associate, thus I can get you out. I promise you, you will love it. In any case, we should return to the video. So the initial step for you is to simply open up Google like that. Alright, so the principal site that we will utilize joined with Google so we can bring in cash via looking or Google will be MindSumo.com. However, you should watch, supposing that you simply turn out directly to MindSumo, and you attempt to make sense of it all alone, you won't recognize what to do in light of the fact that I will use this straightforward Google stunt. They will really permit you to get paid a great deal of cash with MindSumo. So I'm demonstrating how to consolidate those two so as to bring in cash just via looking through Google, and I'm likewise going to clarify you precisely how this functions. What's more, in the event that you follow every single step during this video by the end where you will be prepared to bring in cash as I stated, as should be obvious, MindSumo has been working with the absolute greatest organizations on the planet. So you know, it's justified. despite all the trouble, like they've been working with Pepsi, with Johnson & Johnson, Amazon, Starbucks. These recently included us, Facebook, Coca-Cola, Spotify, Microsoft, American Specialists, Yahoo, IBM, and a whole lot more. So, as should be obvious, these are probably the greatest organizations in the whole world, and investigate how much cash is there to be made. Like, one basic inquiry can be $800, $20,000, $1,600, $800, etc. so forward. There's a ton of cash to be made here. Presently you will simply need to join to mindsumo.com, and how would you do that? All things considered, you click here where it says a login cut sign up, so click login cut sign up. Then, since you don't have a record yet, it will consistently release like don't have a record yet, so you can pursue totally free. You will enter your first name, you will enter your last name, you will enter your nation, your email address, you will make a remarkable secret key here, and you will choose your birth date, select your sex, and afterward you should rate yourself in the accompanying ability regions. So you should choose imagination aptitudes, showcasing abilities, and specialized aptitudes. Presently this is truly discretionary, yet I suggest you select something like normal capability or better than expected capability, paying little heed to what your aptitudes really are. Yet, this will give you higher odds of getting more cash. So I would state like normal capability, and by, normal capability. Presently you don't need to burrow profound 3 boxes, on the grounds that that will sign you up to their email list. Furthermore, that is clearly not what you need. You don't need any spam messages or at all. So you will simply need to take these 2 boxes, do acknowledge their terms and conditions in their security strategy, which you can peruse by tapping on these 2 links. At that point, from that point onward, simply click I'm not an robot, which is for this situation, to choose the traffic signals, and simply click sign up, and you have a record as a top priority, mindsumo.com. Also, when you sign into your record, and you look over a smidgen down, you're going to have the option to see all these various difficulties, slice questions, and tasks, which you can reply and get paid for doing that. So you can see they're being right from several many dollars as far as possible up to like a large number of dollars, essentially. Also, here on the left hand side, you're going to have the option to see various classifications which you can choose. So there is unquestionably going to be no lack of cash to be made on this site. Since there are new inquiries and new ventures and new difficulties coming in each and every day. Let me simply give you some previous activities. Like on the off chance that I open up, for instance, this one here, you will ready to perceive how much cash individuals have been making with this test alone. You can see the complete financial plan was a lot of dollar, and the top and their best 11 answers. Furthermore, those main 11 answers are parting the income, as should be obvious. The best 5 offer $1,000. So in case you're in a best 5, you're going to have the option to make $200. For this situation, now and then it's going to be significantly more than that, however stay with me. So I can give you that basic Google stunt, and how precisely you will be paid to look through Google. At any rate, I need you to return here and select a portion of these classifications. For instance, we should go with software engineering. At that point simply select any of these activities you like. Furthermore, you will enter that venture. So you can see they will you an inquiry here. This is the principal question that we have to reply. Also, we get an opportunity to win an offer or $1,600. So what's that Google stunt? Indeed, this is what you should do. You'll have to duplicate this inquiry here, copy that, head toward Google and glue the inquiry here. So we can think that it's an answer here on Google. So you can experience every one of these articles when, for instance, open up this one and attempt to discover if there is a solution to our inquiries. So indeed, their inquiry was by what method can man-made reasoning innovation help us right, and you can see this is actually what we're searching for. So they're giving you instances of how that could resemble. So this is a ridiculously proficient answer. They will doubtlessly stay one of the top offers on here. Also, you perceived how simple that was. Everything I did is I just replicated this, I just headed toward Google, I look for that question. Also, presently I have an answer here. The following thing I have to do is to alter the appropriate response a tad. So how to do that? I return to Google, and I look for Google Docs. So make a point to look for Google Docs and open up the site at docs.google.com. This is their official site, and I will tap on blank here, click that, at that point return to the article, at that point you can reorder a portion of the appropriate responses staged in here, return and duplicate another. So the more drawn out the appropriate response, the better for you, the higher the odds of you bringing in cash there are if your answer is more significant. If your answer is longer, and now you can obviously alter this, you can change the text style, you can change the hues, you can possibly change a few words, as for instance, rather than this, I can simply choose it, I can transform it to blue, and I can perhaps striking that part or something to that effect. As should be obvious, it's completely adaptable. What's more, it's incredibly simple. So simply look for the appropriate response on Google altered in Google Docs. Furthermore, when you're set, simply click File, go to Download and download it as a PDF record. When you open up that report will look something like this. As should be obvious, this is ridiculously, truly proficient. What's more, when you have it on your PC, you will simply return here and you will present the appropriate response and you will undoubtedly be in a portion of for this situation $1,600. Presently remember, you won't win a full $1,600, you should impart that to different members. However, as you saw, it was super simple. Furthermore, it took me like under 5 minutes to discover the appropriate response on Google just via looking on Google. I found the appropriate response in under 5 minutes and now get an opportunity to win any place from like $20, $30, $50 or possibly $100 or $200 for totally free. Presently this task was really finished, it so as should be obvious it's finished. So I would need to discover something that is really open and afterward submit not present my answers. There's for instance, this one. Everything you require to do again is simply search in Google for the appropriate response, discover the appropriate response. Furthermore, when I discover the appropriate response, I simply need to click I have a plan to sign into my record, enter my email address, enter my secret word and present the appropriate response. With the goal that's the manner by which simple it is simply via looking on Google, there's a colossal possibility of raking in tons of cash on the web. Obviously, it is anything but an assurance that you will consistently win the test and get the portion of the prize, however all that's needed is a few minutes to look in Google. It's truly simple and as I said you can do it from any place you live, so why not do it in your extra time and make some additional income. I trust you got some incentive out of this video. What's more, on the off chance that you did, remember to drop a like, leave an approval and remember to look around the channel and hit the subscribe button so you don't pass up any of the new substance, and a debt of gratitude is in order for viewing, and I will see you in the following recordings. John here from Romania. I wish you all the best.